My beloved child, come close and quiet your heart. I am not calling you with noise that frightens your spirit. I am not trying to shake you with signs that everyone around you can see. I am speaking in the hidden place in the quiet chamber where your soul begins to notice that something inside you is changing. There is a light I placed within you. It is not a light you created by effort. It is not a light you earned by being perfect. It is not a light that depends on your feelings being strong every day. It is my light planted within you by love, guarded by my mercy, and stirred by my spirit when the appointed time begins to move. You may be living through an ordinary day, doing ordinary things, when suddenly your heart becomes still. Nothing dramatic happens outside. No thunder shakes the sky. No visible door swings open. No one around you understands why your thoughts have paused, yet deep within you sense a gentle shift, as though an unseen hand has touched the surface of your soul. Do not dismiss that moment. Do not call it nothing. Do not rush past it, because the world around you keeps moving. My child, that quiet awareness is often how I begin. I do not always announce a new season with noise. Sometimes I light a small lamp inside you before anything outside changes. Sometimes I awaken a holy sensitivity before I rearrange your path. Sometimes I let your spirit feel the first movement of heaven before your eyes see any evidence. The wind moves where it will. You may hear its sound, yet you do not control where it comes from or where it goes. So, it is with the movement of my spirit. You cannot manage it with human strength. You cannot reduce it to a schedule. You can only become still enough to recognize when I am passing through the deeper rooms of your life. Beloved, the light within you is not imagination. It is not random emotion. It is not merely a passing mood. There are moments when my presence touches you so gently that the natural mind tries to explain it away, but your spirit knows. Your spirit senses that the familiar no longer feels entirely familiar. Old places feel different. Old conversations feel thinner. Old distractions do not satisfy the same way. This is not confusion. It is awakening. I am not pulling you into disorder. I am drawing you into awareness. I am not making you unstable. I am making you sensitive. I am not taking life from you. I am removing what has kept you from perceiving the life I am bringing. Do you remember Elijah on the mountain? He looked for me in the powerful wind, in the shaking earth, and in the fire. Yet I revealed myself in the gentle whisper. This is still how I speak to the heart that belongs to me. I do not need to compete with the noise of the world. My whisper carries more authority than all the voices that try to scatter you. So listen for the whisper. Listen beneath the rushing thoughts. Listen beneath the fear that asks for immediate answers. Listen beneath the pressure to understand everything at once. The light I placed within you will help you recognize what your natural eyes cannot yet see. It will not always show you the entire road. It may only show the next step. It may only give you a quiet sense that you must slow down, wait, release, pray, or pay attention. Do not despise small light. A small lamp can save a traveler from stepping into the wrong path at night. There are signs I place inside you before I move things around you. I may allow a phrase to remain in your mind. I may allow one scripture to touch you more deeply than before. I may allow a sudden peace to settle where anxiety had been speaking. I may allow a holy unrest to rise when you are standing near something that no longer belongs to your future. These are not accidents. They are not games. They are not traps meant to make you afraid of missing me. They are invitations into deeper awareness. My child, I know how to lead you. I know how to get your attention without crushing your peace. I know how to place light on the inside before the outside becomes clear. You are not responsible to force signs into existence. You are responsible to keep your heart soft before me. A hard heart demands proof. A fearful heart chases noise. A soft heart recognizes the gentle movement of my hand. This is why I am teaching you stillness. Stillness is not emptiness. It is the room where your soul becomes quiet enough to perceive me. When your heart is crowded with hurry, every small signal becomes buried. When your mind is filled with fear, even my peace can feel distant. But when you come near, breathe surrender and say, "Father, I am listening." The light within you begins to glow more clearly. Beloved, do not be afraid of what is changing inside you. The old season may feel less comfortable because I am loosening its hold. The old patterns may feel heavier because I am showing you they cannot carry your future. The old ways of thinking may no longer fit because I am renewing your mind for the path ahead. This light is not given to make you proud. It is not given so you can feel above others. It is given so you can walk in alignment with me. The more clearly you perceive my light, the more humbly you must walk. True spiritual sight does not make the soul loud. It makes the soul reverent. So guard this beginning. Do not run from it. Do not exaggerate it. Do not ignore it. Bring it to me in prayer. Ask me to confirm what is mine quiet, what is only fear, and remove what is only imagination. I will teach you. I will refine you. I will lead you with patience. The light I placed within you is beginning to rise. It may feel small now, but small light in my hands can become a steady guide. Stay close, my child. As you remain in me, that light will breathe through you, and you will begin to understand how to live from my presence, not from the noise around you, with quiet courage and trusting surrender. My beloved child, remain close to me. In the last quiet movement, I showed you the light I placed within you. It began as a small awareness, a gentle stirring, a hidden lamp awakening in the rooms of your soul. Now I want you to understand how that light continues. Abide in me, and let my light breathe through you. Do not try to force it. Do not try to display it. Do not turn it into a burden you must carry by your own strength. My light was never meant to become another pressure upon your life. It was meant to become breath, presence, warmth, and guidance. It was meant to flow through you as naturally as a branch receives life from the vine. When the branch remains connected, fruit comes in season. The branch does not strain to prove it is alive. It simply remains, receives, and bears what the vine supplies. So remain in me. Remain when your feelings are bright. Remain when your emotions are quiet. Remain when you understand the path. Remain when all you can do is trust the next breath. Beloved, many of my children recognize a first stirring of light, but then they run ahead of me. They sense something changing, and immediately they try to explain it, announce it, control it, or turn it into a plan. But the light within you grows best in communion, not in hurry. It becomes steady in nearness, not in performance. I am not asking you to become impressive. I am asking you to become available. There is a difference. An impressive soul wants to be seen as spiritual. An available soul wants to be held by me. An impressive soul speaks quickly. An available soul listens deeply. An impressive soul tries to prove the light is real. An available soul lets the light quietly shape its thoughts, words, choices, and desires. My child, let my light breathe through you first in hidden ways. Let it soften the way you respond when someone misunderstands you. Let it slow your thoughts when anxiety wants to rush. Let it show you when a conversation is draining life from your spirit. Let it teach you when to speak and when to remain silent. Let it make you tender without making you weak, discerning without making you proud, peaceful without making you passive. This is how my light begins to breathe through a life, not always through public moments, not always through dramatic actions, often through the unseen decisions that no one praises. A gentle answer, a quiet refusal to return to an old pattern, a prayer whispered before reacting, a choice to rest, because your soul belongs to me. My beloved child, the world teaches you to shine by being noticed. I teach you to shine by remaining connected. The world says light is influence, appearance, and achievement. I say light is life, flowing from me into you, and from you into the spaces I send you. If you seek attention more than communion, the light becomes mixed with striving. But if you seek me, the light becomes pure, gentle, and strong. Remember Moses when he came down from the mountain. His face carried a radiance he did not manufacture. He had been with me. The glow was not created by self-effort. It came from encounter. It came from presence. It came from remaining before me, until what was upon me began to mark him. So it will be with you. The light that lasts is not performed. It is received. It is carried by those who return to me again and again. This is why abiding matters. If you move away from my presence, the light in you may become clouded by fear, anger, comparison, or exhaustion. I will not abandon you, but you may begin to turn to your own reaction with my guidance. You may mistake urgency for obedience, heaviness for responsibility, or emotion for revelation. Abiding keeps the current clear. Come back to me. Come back because I am your home. Let prayer become the doorway where your soul breathes again. Let my word become the window that lets truth into the room. Let silence become the place where you stop performing and begin receiving. Let worship become the oil that keeps the lamp from drying out. You do not need complicated rituals to abide in me. Begin with honesty. Father, I am here. Father, I need you. Father, show me what is real. Father, quiet what is fear. Father, breathe your light through me today. Simple prayers open deep places. My child, my light will not always make you feel powerful. Sometimes it will make you humble. Sometimes it will show you where pride has been hiding. Sometimes it will reveal where fear has been making decisions. Sometimes it will uncover attachments you thought were love habits, you thought were harmless, and ambitions you thought were pure. Do not be afraid of this. Light does not expose to shame you. Light exposes to heal you. When I reveal something, I'm inviting you into freedom. When I correct something, I am protecting your future. When I remove something, I am making space for life. Abide in me when my light comforts you, and abide in me when my light corrects you. Both are love. Both are mercy. Both are part of my work within you. Beloved, you will begin to notice that as you remain in me, your inner atmosphere changes. You will not react as quickly to old triggers. You will not chase every open door. You will not fear every closed one. You will sense when peace is leading and when pressure is pushing. You will begin to recognize the difference between a divine invitation and a human demand. This is not because you become perfect. It is because you are remaining close enough to hear. The more you abide, the more my light becomes steady in you. It becomes a lamp in your decisions, a warmth in your speech, a clarity in your discernment, a quiet strength beneath your patience, a holy resistance against what used to pull you backward. Let it breathe through you, my child. Let it move through your kindness. Let it shine through your restraint. Let it guide your yes and your no. Let it make your life a quiet place where others can sense that I am near. Do not worry about becoming bright enough. Stay close to the source. A lamp does not fill itself. A river does not create its own spring. A branch does not invent its own sap. Everything living receives. So receive from me. Stay where my voice can reach you. Stay where my peace can settle you. Stay where my truth can reshape you. And as you abide, my light will not remain trapped inside hidden chambers. It will begin to breathe through you. It will prepare you for the next part of the journey, because a light that breathes through you must also be guarded with wisdom. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will teach you how to guard the lamp burning in your soul. My beloved child, stay near to me, because the light I breathe through you must also be guarded. In the last movement, I taught you to abide, to remain connected, to receive, instead of striving. Now I want you to understand this clearly. Guard the lamp burning in your soul. Do not treat this inner light carelessly. Do not expose it to every wind. Do not let the noise of the world blow against what I am quietly forming within you. My child, a lamp can be real and still require protection. A flame can be given by me and still need shelter. This does not mean my light is weak. What is precious must be guarded with reverence. What is holy must not be thrown into every atmosphere without discernment. The lamp within you burns in the hidden place of your awareness. It helps you sense when I am moving. It helps you recognize when peace is leading and when pressure is pushing. It helps you notice weight in a room, warning in a conversation, or invitation through one simple word. But if your inner life becomes crowded with noise, that lamp can feel dim to you. I am not distant when that happens. The lamp has not vanished, but your attention has become covered. There are distractions that do not look dangerous. At first, endless voices, constant comparison, heavy conversations, rushed decisions, the need to explain yourself to everyone, the habit of letting every emotion become a command. These things gather like dust around the glass of the lamp. The flame may still burn, but the light no longer shines clearly through. So I say to you, guard the lamp. Guard it through stillness. Guard it through prayer. Guard it through truth. Guard it through the careful choosing of what you allow to enter your inner room. Above all, guard your heart, because from it flow the springs of life. This is an invitation into spiritual care. Your heart is not a storage room for every fear, every insult, every anxious thought, every empty noise, every unstable opinion. Your heart is a place where my spirit speaks, where my light rests, where my guidance becomes clearer as you remain honest before me. Beloved, do not confuse openness with wisdom. A soft heart before me does not mean an unguarded heart before everything else. You can be tender and still discerning. You can be loving and still careful. You can forgive and still refuse to let old poison enter again. Guarding the lamp is not becoming cold. It is learning what protects the warmth I have placed inside you. There are people, places, habits, and thoughts that make your lamp feel covered. When you leave them, you feel heavy, scattered, drained, restless, or dim. Do not ignore that. I am teaching you to pay attention without fear. Not everything that drains you is evil, but not everything belongs near the sacred work I am doing in you. Some things may not be sinful, yet they still do not carry life for your season. Discern this gently. Do not judge quickly. Do not fearfully label everything. Bring it to me and ask, Father, does this strengthen the light within me, or does it cover it with heaviness? I will teach you. My child, you must also guard the lamp from the misuse of signs. As your sensitivity grows, you may be tempted to treat every small thing as a message, a passing word, a repeated image, a sudden feeling, a small coincidence. Sometimes I do speak through small things. You know this. I have taught you to notice the whisper. But maturity is not seeing signs everywhere. Maturity is knowing when I am speaking and when your mind is reaching. Do not force meaning. Do not chase symbols. Do not become anxious in trying to decode your life. My true guidance brings peace, even when it calls you to change. It brings clarity, even when the whole path is not yet visible. It draws you closer to me, not deeper into confusion. If something makes you frantic, restless, proud, or afraid, pause before you call it my voice. The lamp must be guarded from imagination just as much as from distraction. Remember the wise virgins who kept oil for their lamps. They did not wait until the final moment to care for what was needed. They lived prepared. They carried oil because they understood that light must be sustained. My child, oil represents the hidden life with me, the conversations no one hears, the surrender no one applauds, the quiet obedience no one records, the truth you return to when emotions become loud. Keep oil in the lamp. Do not live from yesterday's oil. Do not assume one strong moment will carry every future step. Come to me, daily receive, daily always. Let your soul be replenished daily. I do not give you light so you can live apart from me. I give you light so you can walk with me. There will be seasons when I ask you to withdraw from unnecessary noise, not because I want to isolate you, but because I am cleansing your hearing. There will be seasons when old entertainment becomes heavy. Old arguments become useless. Old spaces feel crowded. Old habits feel dry. Do not panic. I am not removing joy. I am refining appetite. I am teaching your soul to desire what carries life. The lamp becomes brighter when the air around it is clean. The heart becomes clearer when truth is welcomed. Discernment becomes stronger when peace is protected. My beloved child, guarding the lamp also means guarding the way you speak about what I am doing. Not every movement within you must be explained to others before it has matured. Some beginnings need hiddenness. Some seeds need quiet soil. Some revelations need time and prayer before they become words. If you speak too quickly, you may expose a tender work to misunderstanding opinion or pressure. Let me form it first. Let me root it first. Let me confirm it in peace. I know the right time for what is hidden to become visible. Until then, protect the beginning with humility. Do not become secretive from fear, but quiet from wisdom. Fear hides because it expects harm. Wisdom waits because it honors timing. My child, the lamp burning in your soul is part of the way I guide you into the new season. It is the small light that helps you sense what belongs and what no longer belongs. It is the warmth that keeps your heart from growing hard. It is the clarity that helps you recognize my whisper among many voices. Guard it not with tension, but with love. Guard it not with suspicion, but with surrender. Guard it not by controlling everything, but by remaining close to me. As you guard this lamp, your life will begin to carry a quiet radiance. Others may not always understand it, but they will sense something steady, something peaceful, something alive. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will show you how your life becomes a quiet witness of my glory. Beloved, stay near to me, because the lamp you guard in your soul is not meant to remain hidden. In the last movement, I taught you to protect the light within you, to guard it from noise, hurry false meaning, and every atmosphere that dims your inner clarity. Now I want you to understand what happens when that lamp burns steadily. Your life becomes a quiet witness of my glory, not loud, not forced, not performed for attention. Quiet, steady living testimony. My child, many people think my glory must always appear through dramatic moments, visible miracles, and sudden breakthroughs. I can reveal myself in those ways, and nothing is impossible for me. But do not overlook the glory that rests on a life made whole in hidden places. Do not overlook the testimony of a soul softened by my presence and trained to walk in peace when the world is restless. There is a glory in quiet faithfulness. There is a glory in gentle endurance. There is a glory in choosing truth when no one sees. There is a glory in becoming different, without needing to announce that you have changed. Beloved, the light in you is not only for direction, it is also for revelation. As you abide in me and guard what I am forming, your life begins to reveal something of my nature. People may not always have language for it. They may not say, God is at work in you. They may only notice that you respond differently. You are not as easily pulled into panic. You do not carry the same bitterness. You do not chase every voice. You do not shrink under every opinion. Something about you becomes rooted, calm, and alive. That is witness. A quiet witness does not argue for my presence. It carries my presence. A quiet witness does not demand to be admired. It allows my light to be seen through humility. A quiet witness does not need a stage. It can shine in a kitchen, a workplace, a hospital room, a lonely evening, a difficult conversation, or a season where nothing appears impressive from the outside. My child, I want you to stop measuring the value of your life by how visible it looks to others. Heaven sees differently. Heaven sees the prayer whispered when your heart was tired. Heaven sees the restraint you chose when anger wanted to speak. Heaven sees the forgiveness forming slowly in a place that once held pain. Heaven sees the moment you walked away from an old pattern because you knew it no longer carried life. Heaven sees the lamp burning when no human eye is watching. Your life can glorify me even when it is not applauded. Your obedience can honor me even when it is not understood. Your healing can reveal me even before it is complete. Remember Daniel in a foreign land. He did not witness to my glory by becoming noisy or reckless. He carried a different spirit. His rhythm of prayer, his integrity, his refusal to bow to fear, and his steady devotion revealed that he belonged to me. Even when pressure increased, his life testified before kings because his soul had already learned to remain anchored in me. So it is with you. You do not need to force testimony. You need to remain faithful. You do not need to make your light look bigger. You need to keep it clear. You do not need to convince every person that I am working in you. You need to let my work continue. Beloved, when my glory rests upon a quiet life, it often appears first as transformation of atmosphere. A room feels less heavy because you enter it with peace. A conversation becomes softer because you refuse to answer harshness with harshness. A frightened heart feels safe near you because you are not carrying the spirit of control. A tired soul receives courage because you speak from a place of trust, not performance. This is how my glory breathes through ordinary life. Do not underestimate ordinary moments. Many of my deepest works are revealed in what people call small. A cup of water, given with compassion, a patient answer, a sincere prayer, a hidden act of kindness, a decision to protect someone's dignity. instead of exposing their weakness. These are not small. They carry the fragrance of my kingdom. My child, there will be times when you feel unseen. You may wonder whether your quiet obedience matters. You may see others moving loudly, gaining attention, being praised, and you may ask, Father, does this hidden faithfulness count? Listen to me. What is formed in secret is never wasted in my hands. Roots are hidden, but they hold the tree. Foundations are buried, but they carry the house. Oil is stored in the lamp before the flame is seen. I am not only interested in what others can see, I am forming what can endure. A life that witnesses quietly must be free from constant recognition. If you depend on recognition, you will begin to perform. If you perform, you will begin to lose the purity of the light. But if you remain content to belong to me, your life will carry a depth that cannot be manufactured. Let me be enough in hidden places. Let my approval steady you. Let my nearness become your reward. Beloved, your quiet witness also protects you from pride. When the light grows, the heart must stay low. Do not use spiritual sensitivity to feel superior. Do not use discernment to judge harshly. Do not use your growth to shame those who are still learning. My glory is not revealed through arrogance. It is revealed through love that carries truth with tenderness. If you become more sensitive, become more humble. If you become more discerning, become more compassionate. If you become stronger, become more gentle. This is the shape of my glory in a human life. Strength without cruelty, clarity without pride, holiness without coldness, peace without passivity, love without fear. Beloved, the world may not always understand this kind of witness, but it will feel it. Some will be drawn to the peace you carry. Some will be troubled by the light because it exposes what they don't want to face. Some will misunderstand your silence. Some will question your boundaries. Some will not know why they sense something different in you. Do not be disturbed. A lamp does not argue with darkness. It simply burns. Keep burning. Keep abiding. Keep guarding the inner room. Keep letting my light shape your choices. Your life is already speaking more than you know. Every time you choose peace instead of panic, mercy instead of bitterness, truth instead of performance, and obedience instead of fear, you are bearing witness that I am alive within you. Stay close, my child. Your quiet witness matters. It is not the end of what I am doing. It is the beginning of a deeper brightness. As my glory becomes through ordinary faithfulness, I will also become the dawn within you, warming what has grown cold and awakening hope where the night has lingered too long. My beloved child, stay close as I draw you from the quiet witness of my glory into something deeper. I have shown you that your life can speak without shouting, that my light can be seen through ordinary faithfulness. Now I want to become more than a lamp beside you. Let me become the dawn within you. Dawn does not arrive by force. Dawn does not argue with the night. Dawn does not panic because darkness has been present for many hours. It simply rises, slowly, faithfully, quietly, with a light that cannot be stopped by the shadows it comes to remove. My child, this is how I am working within you. There are places in your soul that have lived under long night, places where disappointment settled like cold air, places where unanswered prayers made your hope cautious, places where old words, old losses, and old fears caused you to expect less from life than I intended for you. I have seen those hidden rooms. I have not turned away from them. I am not only sending light to those rooms, I am becoming the dawn inside them. There is a difference, beloved. A lamp can help you see for a moment, but dawn changes the atmosphere. A lamp can guide a step, but dawn announces that a new day has begun. A lamp can comfort you in darkness, but dawn tells the darkness that its rule is ending. Let me become that dawn in you. Let my presence warm what has grown cold. Let my truth reach what has been numb. Let my mercy touch the parts of you that stopped expecting joy. You have sometimes thought that because the night lasted long, it had authority, but length is not lordship. Darkness can remain for many hours and still lose when morning comes. A season may feel extended, but it does not become eternal because it lasted longer than you wanted. I decide the ending of seasons. I command the morning. Beloved, do not call your night permanent. Do not call your waiting forgotten. Do not call your cold places dead. There is still life beneath what feels frozen. There is still breath beneath what feels silent. There is still a seed beneath the soil that has not yet broken open. I know what is hidden under the surface. I know what has not appeared yet. I know what I planted before you ever understood the season you were entering. Remember Mary Magdalene coming to the tomb while it was still early and dark. She came with grief in her heart, expecting to find what death had taken. Yet in that morning, what she thought was an ending became the place of revelation. She heard her name. She recognized the risen one. The garden of sorrow became the garden of awakening. So it is with you. The place where you expected only loss can become the place where I call your name again. The place where you thought hope was buried can become the place where I reveal that resurrection has already begun. The morning may begin while tears are still on your face. Do not think tears mean dawn has not arrived. Sometimes dawn first touches the eyes that have cried the longest. My child, let me become the dawn within your thoughts. There are patterns that have circled in your mind, like night birds returning again and again with the same fearful questions. What if nothing changes? What if I miss the sign? What if I'm too late? What if the door never opens? These questions have flown through the darkness of your inner world, but my light is rising there. As my dawn rises, thoughts that once ruled, you will begin to lose their power. Not because you argue with them endlessly, but because truth gives the mind a new horizon. Fear thrives in closed rooms. My light opens the windows. Anxiety grows when the future appears empty. My presence fills the future with my nearness. Let me become the dawn within your desires. Some desires have become tangled with fear. Some dreams have become quiet because disappointment taught you to protect yourself. Some hopes have been placed in the back room of your heart because you were afraid to feel their ache again. I do not mock your desires. I purify them. I warm them. I teach them to breathe in my timing. You do not need to kill every longing to be holy. You need to bring every longing into my light. In my light, what is false will fade. What is immature will be refined. What is truly from me will be strengthened. Beloved, as dawn rises within you, you will notice that some old things no longer fit. Old reactions will feel heavier. Old conversations will feel emptier. Old fears will sound less convincing. This is not because you have become distant from life. It is because my life is rising in you. When morning comes, the furniture of the night begins to look different. What seemed necessary in darkness may be seen as clutter in the light. Do not fear this change. I am not making you hard. I am making you awake. I am not stripping joy from you. I am removing shadows that pretended to be shelter. My child dawn also teaches patience. The sky does not turn bright in one sudden burst. There is first a faint line, then a soft glow, then a widening light. Do not despise the faint line in your soul. Do not say this is too small to matter. The smallest glow from me is stronger than the thickest darkness. If you can pray one honest prayer, today, dawn is rising. If you can forgive one small part, dawn is rising. If you can hope again for one breath, dawn is rising. I am closer than the night has told you. I am kinder than fear has described me. I am more faithful than delay has made you feel. Beloved, do not rush this awakening. Let morning teach you how to receive. Let the first warmth touch one memory at a time, one fear at a time, one tired expectation at a time. I am not demanding sudden strength from you. I am inviting you into steady renewal, where every hidden place learns that my light is safe, gentle, and faithful for every fragile step you take today. Stay in the morning with me. Do not run back into the rooms of the night just because they are familiar. Familiar pain can feel safer than unfamiliar hope, but I am calling you beyond what you have known. Step toward the light I am bringing. Let your eyes adjust. Let your soul believe slowly if it must, but keep turning toward me. And as my dawn rises within you, you will begin to see that I am not only changing how you feel, I am preparing you to receive what your soul truly needs. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will show you that my provision is deeper than what you ask for, and wiser than what you first expected. My beloved child, stay close as the dawn within you begins to rise. I have shown you that my light can warm the hidden rooms of your soul and awaken hope where the night has lingered. Now I want you to understand something deeper. I provide what your soul truly needs, not only what your lips request, not only what your emotions demand, not only what your fear insists must happen immediately. I provide what reaches the root. My child, you often come to me asking for one thing while your soul is crying for something deeper. You may ask for the door to open, but your soul needs patience and discernment before entering. You may ask for a relationship to change, but your soul needs healing from the fear of being alone. You may ask for relief from pressure, but your soul needs a stronger foundation, so pressure no longer owns your peace. I hear what you ask. I also hear what you cannot yet name. This is why my provision does not always look like what you expected. Sometimes you ask for speed, and I provide stillness. You ask for answers, and I provide trust. You ask for escape, and I provide strength to walk through with me. You ask for the outward situation to shift, and I begin by restoring the inward place that has been carrying fear for too long. Do not mistake my deeper work for silence. Do not mistake my wisdom for delay. Do not mistake my refusal to give the shallow thing for the absence of love. I am your Father. I know the difference between what would soothe you for a moment and what would heal you for a lifetime. I know when a blessing would nourish you and when it would become weight your soul is not ready to carry. Beloved, when the Israelites walked through the wilderness, they wanted certainty, comfort, and the familiar food of Egypt. Yet I gave manna each morning. It was not luxury, but it was enough. It trained them to receive daily trust my rhythm and return faithfully with me each morning again, instead of storing fearfully. So it is with you. I may not give everything at once. I may give enough for today. Enough grace, enough light, enough courage, enough wisdom, enough peace to keep walking. And my enough is not small. My enough is holy provision, shaped for the step you are on. Your fear may say, Father, I need the whole future now. My love says, receive today's bread, and let tomorrow remain in my hands. My child, I provide through doors that open, but I also provide through doors that remain closed. I provide through people who arrive, but also through people I do not allow to stay. I provide through opportunities, but also through pauses. I provide through encouragement, but also through correction. Every form of my provision may not feel sweet at first, but it is faithful to the soul. There are times when I provide rest instead of more activity. There are times when I provide truth instead of comfort. There are times when I provide separation instead of reunion. There are times when I provide waiting instead of quick resolution. Do not reject my gift, because it arrives wearing a form you did not expect. A seed does not look like a harvest, yet the harvest is hidden inside it. Medicine may not taste sweet, yet it carries healing. A quiet room may feel empty at first, yet it may be where your soul finally hears me clearly again. Some of my best provisions come wrapped in simplicity, because simplicity removes what has been distracting you from life. Beloved, I know the hunger beneath your hunger. You may think you only need someone to understand you, but beneath that is the need to know I see you completely. You may think you need approval, but beneath that is the need to stand secure in my love. You may think you need every person to stay, but beneath that is the need to know I will never leave you nor forsake you. I feed the deeper hunger. I touch the hidden thirst. I strengthen what has been weak beneath the surface. This is why I ask you to bring every desire into my presence, not because desire is wrong, but because desire must be held by truth. An unguarded desire can become a master. A surrendered desire can become a doorway into deeper trust. When you place your longing before me, I do not mock it. I examine it with love. I cleanse what fear has mixed into it. I protect what is holy within it. I reorder what has become confused. My child, you are not always asking too much. Sometimes you are asking too small. You ask for comfort, and I want to give transformation. You ask for a sign, and I want to give discernment. You ask for a temporary opening, and I want to build a stable path. You ask to feel better, and I want to make you whole. Let me provide at the level of your soul. Let me give what lasts. Let me nourish the places that no person's success or circumstance can satisfy. Remember the woman at the well. She came for water she could carry in a jar, but my son offered living water for the thirst beneath her story. She thought the need was ordinary, but heaven saw her ache, her weariness, and her longing to be seen without condemnation. What she received was more than water. She received recognition, truth, mercy, and a new beginning. So it is with you. You may come asking for one cup, but I may offer a spring. You may come asking for one answer, but I may offer a new way of seeing. You may come asking for one change, but I may begin renewing the entire inner landscape of your life. Beloved, trust my provision even when it begins quietly. Trust it when it looks like daily strength instead of sudden breakthrough. Trust it when it arrives as peace in the middle of what has not yet changed. Trust it when I ask you to release what you thought you needed, so your hands can receive what I know will give life. I am not withholding to harm you. I am measuring with wisdom. I am giving with eternal love. I am shaping your soul for what I have prepared. Stay close to me. Let my provision teach you who I am. I am not a distant giver who throws gifts from afar. I am a father who knows your frame, your hunger, your timing, your wounds, your capacity, and your future. I give with precision. I lead with care. I provide according to the deeper work I am doing within you. And as you learn to trust what I provide, you will also learn to trust what I withhold. Stay near, beloved. In the next part, I will show you that a closed door can be mercy, and that my protection often begins where your plans quietly stop. My beloved child, stay near to me as I teach your heart to trust what I do not open. I've shown you that I provide what your soul truly needs, not only what your emotions ask for in the moment. Now I want you to understand this with peace. A closed door can be mercy. Do not call every closed door rejection. Do not call every delay punishment. Do not call every blocked path proof that I have forgotten you. My child, there are doors you wanted to open because you could see only the entrance. I saw the whole road behind it. You saw the possibility. I saw the weight. You saw the relief it might bring for a season. I saw whether it would strengthen your soul or slowly drain the life I am restoring within you. I do not close doors because I enjoy your disappointment. I close them because I love you beyond what you can see. Sometimes mercy looks like a yes. Sometimes mercy looks like wait. Sometimes mercy looks like a gentle no that protects you from what your heart is not ready to recognize. Beloved, you have stood before doors that seemed right from the outside. The timing looked close. The opportunity looked possible. The connection looked promising. The plan looked reasonable. Then something shifted. A conversation stopped. An answer never came. The path grew strangely heavy. What once seemed near began to move away without a clear explanation. You wondered if you failed. You wondered if you missed me. You wondered if the silence meant you were no longer favored. Listen to me. Not every closed door is a sign of failure. Some closed doors are my hand placed quietly between you and what would have harmed your peace. Some closed doors are my wisdom preventing you from entering a season that would have demanded more from you than it would have given. Some closed doors are my protection from an attachment that looked beautiful but carried hidden chains. I know what hides behind appearances. I know what is beneath words. I know what a path will require after the first excitement fades. You may grieve a door that closes, and I will not shame you for that grief. Your disappointment is real. Your hope was real. Your longing was real. But do not let disappointment accuse my character. A closed door may hurt your expectation, but it may also save your future. Remember Paul when he desired to enter certain regions, but my spirit prevented him. It was not because his desire was evil. It was not because his calling had ended. It was because I was redirecting him toward a different assignment, a prepared place, a door he could not yet see. What felt like restraint was guidance. What looked like limitation became alignment. So it is with you. I may restrain one road to prepare another. I may pause one desire to purify it. I may close one opportunity so you will not miss the one carrying my peace. Beloved, do not measure my goodness only by what opens. Learn to see my goodness also in what does not open. A locked gate can be as merciful as an open field. A bridge removed can be protection from a road washed out ahead. A delay can be a shelter when your soul would have rushed into something before wisdom had finished forming in you. I do not lead you by excitement alone. I lead you by peace. I lead you by timing. I lead you by inner witness-wise restraint and doors that open without forcing your soul into panic. If you must break yourself to keep a door open, ask me whether that door is truly from me. If you must abandon your peace to remain in a place, ask me whether I have already begun closing it. If you must become smaller, quieter, less honest, less alive, and less free in order to be accepted, do not call that door my blessing. My blessings do not require you to lose your soul. My provision does not demand that you ignore my warning. My favor does not crush the light I have been teaching you to guard. My child, there is a difference between perseverance and striving against my protection. Perseverance stays faithful when I have spoken. Striving keeps forcing what I have not breathed upon. Perseverance carries peace beneath effort. Striving carries panic beneath effort. Perseverance trusts my timing. Striving fears that if it stops pushing, everything will be lost. I'm not asking you to become passive. I am asking you to become discerning. There are times to knock. There are times to wait. There are times to walk away with humility, because my peace has lifted from that path. You will know the difference as you remain close to me. I will not lead you through confusion as a cruel test. I will teach you through the quiet witness of peace. I will confirm through wisdom. I will allow repeated signals when your heart needs patience. I will make the way clear enough for obedience, even if I do not explain every hidden detail. Beloved, when a door closes, bring your questions to me before you build a story of rejection. Do not say, I was not worthy. Say, Father, guide my understanding. Do not say, nothing good is coming. Say, Father, teach me to trust your timing. Do not say, I have lost my chance. Say, Father, lead me to what carries life. Your words after a closed door matter. They either open your heart to my comfort or fasten your heart to bitterness. Speak carefully over your waiting. Speak as one who is guided, not abandoned. I know the plans I have for you, plans shaped by hope, not harm. But the path to that hope may include doors I close because I know where they lead. Trust me when you do not yet see the mercy. Trust me when the closing feels confusing. Trust me when your hands are empty, because I may be freeing them for what is truly yours. One day you may look back and thank me for the door that would not open. You may see what I spared you from. You may understand why peace did not settle there. You may recognize that my no wasn't absence, but shelter. Until that day, let me hold your disappointment. Let me calm the ache. Let me remind you that what I close cannot cancel what I have prepared. I will meet you in the quiet after the closing, where tears become trust, and your heart learns that protection can wear the face of disappointment for now. Stay close, my child. A closed door can be mercy, and mercy is still love, even when it does not match your first desire. As you learn to trust my closed doors, I will lead you into a deeper surrender. In the next part, I will teach you to place your desires upon the altar, not to lose them, but to let me purify, order, and hold them in my hands. My beloved child, now I urge you to bring the desires still living inside you. Place your desires upon the altar. Do not hide them from me. Do not pretend they do not matter. Do not bury them under religious words, because you are afraid I will take them away. My child, I know what you long for. I know the hopes you speak aloud, and the hopes you only touch in silence. I know the names, the dreams, the doors, the relationships, the healing, the future, the answer, the restoration, the peace, the place where your heart still says, Father, I want this. I am not offended by your desire. Desire is not always rebellion. Longing is not always weakness. Hope is not always lack of faith. But desire must be brought into my light, because anything loved apart from surrender can quietly become a master. What begins as a prayer can become an obsession if fear takes hold of it. What begins as hope can become a chain if you believe you cannot live, unless it happens in the exact way you imagined. This is why I call you to the altar, not to shame your desire, not to destroy your heart, not to punish you for wanting something beautiful. I call you to the altar because the altar is where desire is purified, ordered, and returned to its proper place beneath my love. Beloved, the altar is not a place of loss only. It is a place of truth. At the altar, you stop pretending that you are in control. At the altar, you stop bargaining with me as though my goodness must prove itself by giving what you ask exactly when you ask. At the altar, your hands open not because desire has become worthless, but because I have become worthy of trust. Bring me the desire for love. Bring me the desire for security. Bring me the desire for recognition. Bring me the desire for healing. Bring me the desire for a new beginning. Bring me the desire that feels too tender to name. I will hold it better than fear can hold it. I will cleanse it better than pride can manage it. I will protect it better than your anxiety can guard it. My child Abraham placed Isaac on the altar. That story was not about a father delighting in pain. It was about trust reaching the deepest place. Isaac represented promised future laughter and everything Abraham had waited for. Yet Abraham had to learn that the promise was not greater than the one who gave it. And when surrender met faith, I revealed provision. So it is with you. The thing you desire must not become greater than me. The promise must not become your God. The blessing must not become the place where your identity rests. When you place your desire upon the altar, you are saying, Father, I want this, but I want you more. I hope for this, but I will not let it rule me. I long for this, but I trust your wisdom above my urgency. This is not easy. I know. I see the trembling of your hands when you release what you hoped would finally make you feel safe. I see the tears that come when you say, Father, have your way, while part of your heart still aches. I do not despise that trembling. Surrender offered through tears is still surrender. Trust spoken with a shaking voice is still precious to me. Beloved, do not confuse surrender with indifference. I am not asking you to stop caring. I am asking you to stop clinging. There is a difference. Caring keeps love alive. Clinging lets fear take control. Caring can pray with open hands. Clinging demands with closed fists. Caring trusts my timing. Clinging panics when my timing is hidden. Let your hands open. Let your heart breathe. Let the desire rest in my presence. There are desires I will give back to you, but cleaner, steadier, and no longer mixed with fear. There are desires I will reshape because what you first wanted was too small for what I intended. There are desires I will gently remove because they were tied to wounds not calling. There are desires I will ask you to wait for because timing matters more than emotion. Do not fear my examination. My light does not enter your desires to mock them. It enters to separate gold from dust. It shows what is holy, what is immature, what is driven by fear, what is rooted in love, what is born from my spirit, and what was formed by pain. This is mercy. If I gave every desire without cleansing it, some blessings would become burdens. Some open doors would become traps. Some relationships would become old chains with new names. My child, the altar protects you from worshiping what you want. It protects you from making another person your source. It protects you from making success your identity. It protects you from making a future event the condition of your peace. Peace cannot wait until everything happens. Peace must be rooted in me now. Joy cannot depend only on what arrives later. Joy must begin in my nearness now. Your life cannot be suspended until one desire is fulfilled. You are alive in me today. Beloved, place your desires upon the altar daily. Not once, then, never again. Desire can quietly crawl back into the center when fear returns. So come back. Open your hands again. Say, Father, this still matters to me, but I give it to you again. Teach me what to carry, what to release, what to wait for, and what to trust you with completely. I will meet you there. I will not leave you empty at the altar. I will give you myself. I will give you wisdom. I will give you a cleaner heart. I will give you peace that does not depend on possession. I will give you strength to live while you wait. I will give you discernment, so you recognize what comes from me and what only awakens old hunger. My beloved child, a surrendered desire is never wasted in my hands. What you release before me is never lost in chaos. It is placed where eternal wisdom, perfect timing, and faithful love can guard it. It becomes seed incense, prayer, and preparation. It becomes room within you for my will to breathe. It becomes freedom from the fear of losing what was never meant to own you. Place your desires upon the altar, and do not be afraid. I am not against your heart. I am healing it. I am not against your longing. I am teaching it to trust. Stay close, because as your desires are placed in my hands, your prayers will rise with deeper purity. In the next part, I will show you that your prayers do not fall to the ground. My beloved child, stay near to me as your open hands remain upon the altar. I have taught you to place your desires before me, not to bury them, but to let my love purify and hold them. Now I want you to understand something your weary heart mustn't forget. Your prayers do not fall to the ground. Not one honest cry is wasted. Not one trembling whisper is ignored. Not one tearful prayer disappears into empty air. My child, when you pray, heaven does not turn away. Even when your words feel weak, even when your mind is tired, even when all you can say is, "Father, help me," I hear you. Prayer is not powerful because your language is perfect. Prayer is powerful because it reaches the heart of the Father who loves you. You have wondered whether your prayers matter. You have prayed and waited. You have prayed and seen silence. You have prayed while the same door remained closed, the same ache remained tender, the same question remained unanswered. In those moments, the accuser tried to whisper that your prayers were falling forgotten, scattered like dry leaves on the ground. But I tell you the truth, your prayers rise before me. Your prayers are gathered by me. Your prayers are held in the wisdom of my timing. Do not judge the value of prayer by the speed of visible results. A seed placed in soil does not appear above ground the moment it is planted. Yet beneath the surface, a hidden process begins. The seed softens. Roots form. Life moves quietly before anyone can see it. So it is with many prayers. You may see nothing at first, but that does not mean nothing is happening. I work beneath the surface. I move in hidden places. I prepare heart's timings, paths, and circumstances long before the answer appears in the open. Beloved, some prayers are answered by the giving. Some are answered by withholding. Some are answered by changing what surrounds you. Some are answered by changing what has been restless within you. Some prayers open doors. Some prayers close them. Some prayers bring quick relief. Others form endurance, wisdom, patience, discernment, and deeper trust. Do not despise the prayers that change you while you wait. When you pray and your heart becomes softer, I am answering. When you pray and peace begins to return, I am answering. When you pray and you gain strength to obey one small step, I am answering. When you pray and the desire becomes cleaner, less anxious, more surrendered, I am answering. My child, I do not always answer only the sentence your mouth speaks. I answer the need beneath it. You may pray, "Father, open this door," while your soul is really crying, "Father, show me I am not abandoned." You may pray, "Father, bring this person back," while your soul is crying, "Father, heal the fear that believes I am incomplete without them." You may pray, "Father, change this situation," while your soul is crying, "Father, teach me how to stand in you." I hear both prayers, the one you speak and the one your soul carries silently. Remember Hannah when she came before me with a bitter heart and many tears. Her lips moved, but her pain was deeper than words. Others misunderstood her, but I did not. I saw the ache behind her prayer. I heard what no human ear could rightly interpret. In my time, I answered in a way that carried more than relief. I brought purpose from her pain. So it is with you. People may not understand what your prayers cost you. They may not know the nights you whispered them. They may not see the courage it took to keep praying when hope felt thin. But I know. I remember. I receive. Beloved, there are prayers you prayed years ago that are still before me. Do not think time has erased them. Time does not make me forget. Time often becomes the field where I prepare the answer. What seems delayed to you may be protected by my wisdom. I am never late, though. I am often deeper than your schedule. Your impatience does not frighten me. Bring it to me. Your disappointment does not make me reject you. Bring it to me. Your questions do not make your prayers unholy. Bring them to me. Prayer is not a place where you must pretend to be calm. It is the place where you bring your real heart, and let my presence teach it peace. Come honestly. Come often. Come when you are strong. Come when you can barely speak. I will meet you there. My child, do not stop praying because you do not yet see. Sight is not the foundation of prayer. Trust is, and trust grows each time you return to me instead of turning away in bitterness. The act of returning is itself a testimony. It says, Father, I may not understand, but I still believe you are good. Father, I may still, but I still know you hear. Father, I may be waiting, but I will not call your silence absence. There is fragrance in persistent prayer. It rises from hidden places. It carries surrender, longing worship, tears, and faith. Heaven receives that fragrance. I am not indifferent to it. I do not measure prayer by volume, eloquence, or length. I receive the honest heart that reaches for me. Beloved, prayer also aligns you with the movement of my hand. It keeps your heart awake. It makes you sensitive to the small signs I place along your path. It helps you recognize when I am opening, when I am closing, when I am warning, and when I am comforting. Without prayer, your soul may interpret life only through fear. With prayer, your soul begins to interpret life through communion. Prayer clears the window. Prayer steadies the lamp. Prayer softens the soil. Prayer returns your heart to the voice of the shepherd. Do not pray only to receive answers. Pray to remain with me. Answers matter, but communion is deeper. If you receive the answer and lose the nearness, your soul remains poor. But if you remain in me while waiting for the answer, you are already being filled. Even the prayers you forgot are not lost to me, because love remembers what pain tries to bury, and my hands can still bring fruit from words you released when your heart had almost no strength left inside your chest. My beloved child, your prayers do not fall to the ground. They rise into my care. They enter my timing. They are woven into the unseen work I am doing in you and around you. Keep praying with open hands. Keep praying with trust. Keep praying even when the soil looks quiet. Keep praying because I am listening before you speak, near before you feel me, and faithful before you see the answer. Stay close, beloved. As your prayers rise before me, I will teach your heart to become a river for others. In the next part, I will show you how intercession makes your heart a river. My beloved child, stay near to me. As your prayers continue to rise, I have shown you that your prayers do not fall to the ground, that every honest whisper is gathered in my care. Now I want to lead you deeper. Intercession makes your heart a river. Prayer brings your own heart before me. Intercession carries another heart with you. Prayer opens your hands. Intercession lets my compassion flow through them. My child, I did not create your heart to become a sealed container for your own pain alone. I created it to receive my mercy, and then to let that mercy move outward. When I heal you, I do not make you hard toward the wounds of others. I make you more tender, more discerning, more able to stand in the gap without being swallowed by what you carry. This is holy ground. Intercession is not gossip dressed as concern. It is not anxiety wearing the language of prayer. It is not control trying to fix someone from a distance. Intercession is love kneeling before me, on behalf of another soul, trusting that I can reach places you cannot touch, heal wounds you cannot name, and guide stories you cannot control. Beloved, you have sometimes felt the weight of people you love, their silence, their confusion, their choices, their sorrow, their distance from me, their wounds that spill into the lives around them. You have wondered what to do when your words could not reach them. You have wondered how to love without chasing, how to care, without controlling, how to carry concern, without becoming crushed beneath it. Bring them to me. Do not carry them as if you are their Savior. Carry them to the Savior. This is where your heart becomes a river. A river does not clutch the water it carries. It receives from the source and flows onward. If it tries to hold everything in one place, it becomes stagnant. But when it flows, it brings life. In the same way, I want my mercy to move through you, not stop inside you as heaviness. Let concern become prayer. Let grief become intercession. Let love become a river that returns every person to my hands. Remember Moses, when my people were weak, frightened, and often rebellious. He stood before me for them. He pleaded not because he controlled them, but because he loved them and knew my mercy. He did not have the power to change every heart, yet he had access to me. That access mattered. So it is with you. You may not be able to change another person. You may not be able to open their eyes by force. You may not be able to rescue them from every consequence. But you can stand before me with love. You can pray, Father, reach them where I cannot. Father, protect what is still tender in them. Father, bring truth without crushing them. Father, guide them out of what harms their soul. This kind of prayer changes the one who prays. It softens bitterness. It cleanses hidden resentment. It prevents your heart from turning people into enemies. When you intercede, I teach you to see beyond behavior into bondage, beyond harsh words into hidden wounds, beyond distance into fear, beyond failure into the need for mercy. My child, intercession does not mean you ignore wisdom. You can pray for someone and still keep healthy boundaries. You can love deeply and still refuse to be harmed. You can ask me to bless, heal, and awaken someone while also obeying my instruction to step back. Intercession is not the removal of discernment. It is discernment filled with love. Do not confuse praying for someone with allowing them to rule your peace. Do not confuse compassion with returning to chains. Do not confuse mercy with accepting what destroys the light in you. A river has banks. Without banks, it floods and damages what it was meant to nourish. Your heart also needs holy boundaries. They do not stop love from flowing. They give love a wise direction. Pray with compassion, but don't take my place. Care with tenderness, but do not carry what only I can bear. Beloved, there are people you may never speak to again, yet you can still release them into my mercy. There are situations you cannot repair, yet you can still invite my healing into the unseen places. There are wounds from the past that still ache, yet intercession can turn that ache into a stream of freedom. When you pray for those who hurt you, you are not saying what happened was acceptable. You are refusing to let bitterness become your permanent home. This is freedom. This is maturity. This is my river moving through a healed heart. My child intercession also trains you to notice my movements. When you pray for others, you become more sensitive to what I am doing beyond your own story. Your world widens. Your compassion deepens. You begin to understand that every person is carrying a hidden battle. The one who seems cold may be afraid. The one who seems proud may be defending a wound. The one who seems lost may be closer to awakening than you think. Pray with humility. Pray without assuming you know the whole story. Pray as one who also lives by grace. I do not ask you to pray with dramatic words. I ask you to pray with a surrendered heart. A few honest words spoken in love can become a river in the unseen realm. Father, have mercy. Father, bring light. Father, restore. Father, protect. Father, let your will breathe here. These prayers matter. They travel farther than your voice. They enter rooms you cannot enter. They touch moments you will never see. Beloved, there will be times when I place someone on your heart suddenly. Do not dismiss it. Pause and pray. There will be times when a name returns again and again. Do not rush to understand. Pray. There will be times when you feel a holy burden, not panic, but compassion with peace beneath it. That is often my invitation to stand in the gap, but test the burden. If it becomes frantic, bring it back to me. If it steals your rest, surrender it again. My spirit leads intercession with compassion and peace, not torment. I may ask you to pray through the night at times, but I will not make fear your master. Even deep burden in me carries the shelter of my presence. My beloved child, let your heart become a river. Let my mercy move through your prayers. Let your wounds become wells of compassion instead of walls of bitterness. Let your concern for others lead you to my throne, not into control. Let your love become clean, humble, and free. I will teach you to pour without losing yourself in love. As you intercede, I will also teach your mouth to bless and not wound. The river that flows through your heart must pass through your words. Stay close, beloved. My beloved child, if this word has touched the hidden places of your heart, I am inviting you to respond. Do not let the light I have breathed through you remain silent. If you have sensed the gentle shift or felt the dawn beginning to rise within you, write Amen in the comments as your yes to me. Share the desire you are bringing to the altar today so that others can stand with you in prayer. If this message has brought peace where there was pressure or hope where there was heaviness, let your like be an act of agreement with heaven. And share this video with someone who needs to know that their prayers have not fallen to the ground and that a closed door can still be my mercy. As you comment, like, and share, you are letting the river of my compassion flow through you to others. You are becoming a quiet witness of my glory in the comment section and beyond. Stay close to me, beloved. I am faithful, and I am moving through every heart that remains near to me. Amen.